Welcome back to Good Day. You know how much we love and honor our veterans on this program.
Today, Flag City Honor Flight is going on another trip with some veterans to Washington, D.C. It's our Dan Cummins' last time as a WTOL 11 employee escorting these vets to Washington. He and the group just landed at Reagan National Airport.
78 veterans today with Flag City Honor Flight. We just landed in Washington, D.C., and with me is the Gerber brothers, Ken and Chuck. Guys, what do you think about the day ahead?
Looking forward to it. Can't wait. Looks like beautiful weather. Ready to go.
Chuck, I know you've been looking forward to this for a long time.
I'm excited. I'm ready to go, Dan.
Tell me about how you guys decided to do this and do it together.
Actually, we were contacted by you folks, and Wendy mentioned it to me that we should take a look at getting ourselves involved in a flight. Called my brother, he was interested, and about a year later, here we are.
Yeah. So tell me about your military service. You guys served in the Army at the same time?
Yeah, it was a year after. We both were in the field artillery, and by the time I was in, he was already heading to Europe, to Germany. So I never left the States myself, but yeah, it was an interesting journey.
Yeah, I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Were you able to keep in touch while you were serving?
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah, it was a little spotty getting phone calls back here, or receiving calls actually in Germany. We had to go to a post office to make calls most of the time.
What are you looking forward to the most today?
I'm looking forward to the changing of the guard. I've been to Arlington before, but I've never been involved in the changing.
How about you, Ken?
I mean, it's been decades since we've been here, so the new memorials that are here, I'm very curious to see. And Arlington again, yeah, but it's the changing of the guard. I think it's going to be fantastic.
Well, guys, have a fun day. We've got a lot of stops to make. We'll be covered all day long. Our next hit at noon, then of course 4 o'clock, 5, 6, and we'll be coming home tonight, and that coverage in the 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock. Reporting from Washington, D.C. with Flag City Honor Flight, I'm Dan Cummins.
Kenny and Chuck and all those veterans are going to have an amazing day, and I can give some perspective on this.
Yes.
First of all, I want to say hi to Kenny and Chuck because Chuck is Wendy, our producer of this show's husband, and she's been talking about this trip, really excited. But you were talking during this about the clapping that's going on.
I'm a little misty-eyed right now.
Let me just tell you, so I took my grandpa. I was he's now 96. He was 95 last year when we went. And I was his guardian, and then my dad, who also served in the Air National Guard for 22 years, was a guardian for a man from Vietnam. So it was a really unique, kind of cool experience that Honor Flight arranged for us. But anyway, when you step off that plane, which is what's happening behind that interview, I was tears streaming down my face, because what Honor Flight is doing before you get off the plane for these veterans is they are handing out those flags to strangers who are just waiting for their flights. And what an example of patriotism.
Yeah.
It is so emotional throughout the entire day. They are going to be treated like celebrities. People are just going to shake their hands. They are going to have emotional moments, and they are just going to be treated with the utmost care and safety and respect. And, you know, we're going to be seeing those moments throughout the day, but the changing of the guard is a very, very spectacular thing to see.
Amazing, yeah.
I just love all the history of these moments that unravel throughout the day, the various conversations that happen. You know, on the flight home, I learned things about my grandpa.
Yeah.
He had no medic training, and he was serving as a medic.
Oh my goodness.
Giving people shock therapy in Japan, which I think he was uncomfortable with.
Yeah, that's a little scary right there.
They open up. The day causes them to open up in ways that the families don't expect.
Yeah, because they might have been closed off before.
The big party at night, more tears streaming, because the kindness of strangers to come out at 9 or 10 o'clock at night to the airport and decorate these signs and be there and cheer and shake hands. And you'll see a lot of people in the community. Sheriff Vasilishin from Wood County goes. Mike Navarre, the sheriff of Lucas County, goes. They just continue to show that respect. And I love to see kids out there as well learning that, because you do need to teach it.
Yeah, I mean, this was a part of history, and these kids need to know what happened later or earlier on in lives. But also, the thing that's kind of getting me too, as we've been mentioning all morning long, this is Dan's last honor flight as a WTOL 11 employee. So it's very bittersweet. Obviously, we're so excited for Dan and the veterans, but it's also like, This is our last time seeing Dan fly up to DC.
And he's going to keep going because he's joining the board. But as far as the stories, he does it the best. So you're right about that.